So hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and as usual here's another video. And in today's video I want us to focus on a fresh request from one of you. Actually not one, like I think 4 people have requested an explanation on the various reasons that leads to a denial for a US visa at the interview stage. So that's what we are going to do in this video. But before that, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you. I can see my subscribers are going very high, and very soon I'll get that 1000, I believe so. And if I get that one, I'm going to, having 1000 subscribers allows you or qualifies you to have a YouTube live stream, and that will be very okay, because anytime I can go live and answer your questions one-on-one. You drop your question, I just go ahead and answer you right now on YouTube. Okay, that is the live stream. So guys, keep subscribing, invite people to subscribe so that we can run and educate each other in an easy way. So thank you, and let's start our video right now. So to start with, I have a new segment, that is how I won my green card or the DV lottery. My year was the DV lottery for the 2020 program. That is, I have a link, I have a new segment that I'm posting like on a daily basis on my whole process or my story on the winning on the DV program, and the link is available on this corner here. So if you're interested, you can check it out, and it has like part 1, part 2 and all that. So if you're interested to see how I went through on my process, check it out. So let's now talk about the reasons or the factors that may lead to your denial of the US visa at the interview stage. So you are qualified, you have submitted your documents, you have everything, supporting documents, you have attended the medical test, because you have to do that before the interview, and you pass the medical test, and now you are at the interview stage, that is at the embassy. So what are the basic factors or reasons that you may end up being denied a visa? So the first one, and this is a very broad topic, it's about fraud. If you cheated, if you lied on something, and the consular officer, okay, first thing, the consular officer is the interviewing, okay, this is the interviewer, the person who will interview you. He has the mandate, he has the power to deny you a visa, and you can say nothing about it. So he will be checking. Actually, the first thing, whatever you stated on your DS-260, make it sure that it's your honest opinion, because you go submit your documents, give him actually, okay, he will go submit or they request your documents for the original certificates and all that, and remember they have your copy of your DS-260. So then they will send you maybe outside, go, then they will call you later. So on that time period, they will be checking, confirming the documents and all that. Then you'll be called for the actual interview, and they will be asking you questions relating to what is in the DS-260. They will be trying to confirm what is written in the DS-260 with what you will say. So the question automatically comes from the DS-260. So on that interview stage, most of the cases is about the education, the year you completed education and all that, everything. I did a video on how my personal case was, and the link will be available here, so you can check it out again. So let's start about the reasons. Reason number 1, I just said, is about the fraud. A fraud is it's a very broad topic, because fraud talks about the certificates and names, country and everything. But let's start about the names. You might be having a issue with your name, maybe the spellings, the apostrophe, especially the apostrophe. Don't worry about it. I completely don't worry about it. But the spellings, interchanging the surname with your first name or the second name, all those, the format, you might be having some situation with like that. But what matters on the factor of the names is about the history of fraud in your country. That is, if your country is known of being involved in frauds, then even a single mistake like a spelling, avoiding a letter or something, can lead to a denial for a country that has a high rate of fraud, or a high history, or high rate of the history being of high rate of fraud. So depending on your country, the history of fraud, and now okay, let me give it an example. A country like Ghana, actually Ghana in Africa is well known, or has a history of many cases of frauds. So in such a country, if you find like maybe somebody may had a mistake for a name, he missed a name, maybe you forgot your middle name or first name or something like that, and now the name you have is maybe the surname and first name instead of the surname, first name and second name. Maybe you omitted the second name. So in such a country like Ghana, you are likely to be denied a visa because of that history. Maybe they already have a history of high cases of fraud. So with simple mistakes, you are likely still to get denied. But for a country like Kenya, personally, this is out of experience. Personally, on my DV program 2020, I was a winner there, and I had omitted my name, my middle name. Actually, on the selection page, I had my surname and my first name. So my middle name was missing way through. But I proceeded. I was scared actually on the interview stage, but I don't know what happened. They never recognized it or what. They never asked me about the name. So sometimes you might be lucky, sometimes I don't know. But that is one factor. The history of fraud in your country matters a lot. So the name issue, if you have a spelling issue, please proceed. Even if you omitted a name like I did, please proceed. Okay, the other thing is about the qualifications. So about the fraud, if you cheated somewhere, like for you, especially I have a lot of guys who will say like they applied and the application says they filled like a fake passport number. They never had passport, but they applied using fake passport numbers, and so at that stage, it's you and the consular officer. If he gets to know that you did that, you are likely to be denied. But I'm not barring you from proceeding with your process. Go ahead, but be aware. Those are factors that may lead to your denial. So be prepared and focus on that. So the other thing is about if you're not qualified, like have documents. If you lost your documents, like if you don't have the high, you qualified like the high school certificate, but you don't have the certificate, maybe you are carrying yourself with the pay slip. The pay slip don't apply on the interview stage. They need the certificate itself, and the original certificate for that matter also. So if you don't have birth certificate, if you don't have marriage certificate of which you claim you are married, you don't have police clearance certificate, if the documentation, if you don't have documents, it may also lead to your disqualification or your denial. You may be denied a visa because of that. The other thing is about the medical. Before you attend an interview, you are requested to attend a medical test. So in case they go and test you, and whatever they are testing, if you test positive, or if you are not qualified or you fail on the medical stage, that's automatically you will be denied the visa. So, but most of the time, the hospital you attend, they will tell you the results before even you go ahead. So if they don't tell you, please ask them, so that you don't lose both the medical fee and the interview fee. Please, on the medical stage, ask the responsible people there about your results. The other one is about if you fail to attend the interview. On the appointment of the interview, they provide you with the date and time. So if you fail to attend the interview that day, then maybe you attend like a few days later or even the following day, you are actually risking of being denied a visa, and it can happen. So be punctual, be there before time, be there on the date, and maybe before time because of the security checkup on the process. So be there on time. Another one is about if you fail to submit documents. On this one it's a broad topic, talks about documentation. If you ask for some documents, and I think I already talked about that, you ask for, they will give you a list of what you should bring to them on the interview stage. If you fail some documents, and also the forms like DS 5540, now it's a mandatory document. If you fail to present it on that date, the consular officer might decide like to put it in administrative progress. By that, it means that you are not issued, you are not denied, you are given more time, go bring this and this. at that point you are better. But he can also, he's the one to decide. He can also decide, like, then if you can produce this DS5540 for the public charge, that shows automatically when you get there will be a public charge, and he can deny you a visa because of that. And that is another factor, public charge. So about the documents, make sure they're listed. When you get an interview appointment letter, they will list every document that you should carry. Please make sure you have all the documents with you. So the other one we just said is about the public charge. If the consular officer, you present him with the DS5540, then he goes through it, and all you have it, the assets, whatever, everything that it talks about. I made a video about that. The factors, the key factors they focus on, or the key factors they access on, and the link is on the corner here. So if you have time, go and check out on that. So if he check that, and maybe on his decision he can find that you likely end up being a public charge in the United States, so that can be another factor for the denial. So when you are feeling the DS5540, be keen on that. And that's why I always tell you guys, even if the I-134, that is the affidavit of support, even if it's not mandatory in your country, if you can access it, please have it. It really, it really boosts the DS5540. Personally, I had it and mine was okay. So about that, after the public charge, the issue of the passport. In case you have a valid passport so far till now, but at the interview stage it might maybe expired yesterday. So they can't stamp an invalid passport. They can't stamp their visa on an invalid passport. So make sure that even the documents you carry, like the passport, make sure to be checking on the expiry date, and make sure when you're attending the interview the passport is valid. The other one is about the DS260. Yeah, DS260, many people have filled, and you can relate the questions about terrorists. Have you ever been to a terrorist? Are you intending to being a group of a terrorist? So if you go ahead, like on DS260, you are feeling yes, those negative factors, you are feeling yes, like the issue of the human trafficking, for you just go saying yes. The DS260 is what will be revised. Even the issue of the polygamy, it was asked on the DS260. The issue of the drug trafficking and all that. If you on the DS260 went ahead and you said, yeah, I'm going to do that when I get it. So what do you expect? Do you expect them to give you or to issue a visa? No. So those are the other factors that can lead to your denial. But most of the cases, it's about marriage. Those marriage things sometimes is very crucial, because on the interview stage, you attend, you and your wife, or even with the children. But at the interview point, the point that you'll be, with you and the consular officer, will be you alone and the consular officer as the main applicant. Then after you're done, you stay aside. Then the wife or your partner will be interviewed again alone. And I have a story of somebody who attended such an interview. And what he was asked was very simple. One thing was about, when did you get married? They have the certificates with them, and you have to quote the date and all that. Then the stupid question that was asked to them was like, yesterday, what did you take for dinner? That was the husband. So he stated his food, whatever they took. Then again, for the partner, that is his wife, the same. When did you get married? Or where did you even meet first? Or all that. Then again, the wife also was asked, and he's again alone there. He was asked, what did you take yesterday for dinner? And lucky enough, they said the same thing, and it was good. But in case you said some different meals, and then the consular officer will be like, oh, you said this, the husband said this, and the wife says this, then you people, seems you are maybe trying to fake something. If you are married, of course you were together yesterday, and you took this and this took this, so something fishy is there. So when you're attending such a interview, especially for the couples, be sure to be ready for any type of question. So those are the basic basic reasons for the visa denial, and I hope you guys understand these, and especially the issue of the documentation. Any document they request from you, especially the DS5540, please make it with you, have it before even you attend the interview, prepare, and you don't want to worry. For normal interview for like a single person, for me it was very simple. I was asked about the education. When did you complete high school? The second one, when I had to travel to a foreign country, so when did you travel to that country? What were you doing in that country? When did you travel back to home country? And the other one was about the issue of the host. Who is the host, or who is actually, they asked me who I was requested for I-130 for the affidavit of support. So the other question was about what is the relationship between you and your sponsor. So you explain about it and done. It's very simple. Actually, it takes like 5 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, but that 5 minutes can cost your lifetime chance. So be prepared, and thank you for subscribing. Actually, thank you for the subscribers. My target is 1,000, so that I can be, answering your question in a live stream on YouTube. So thank you for subscribing. Keep subscribing, invite more people, and like that. Okay, click that like button, and also when you subscribe, click the notification bell so that you can get notified, because we make videos on a daily basis. So without much ado, thank you for watching this video, and see you in our next video. You can also check our new segment, that is my whole process on how I went through my DV Rotary program, from where application, winning, submitting documents, interview, medical, and all that, even up to getting an issue of the passport with the stamp for the USA visa. So thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.